graphing. Okay, we started looking at slope before Thanksgiving break, okay, and how to do rise over run and things like that. So now we're actually going to take a look at how do we create a picture when we're given an equation. Okay, does anybody know or have heard of slope-intercept form? Ashley?
It's like, do you want me to give you?
Yeah, give me whatever you know.
Y equals mx plus b.
Okay, good. Y equals mx plus b.
And then I think we use the y-intercept.
Very good. Okay, we'll wait 1 second here. Okay, so we have the y-intercept.
I can't remember anything else.
Okay, I like that. Okay, what does the y-intercept mean?
It's on the y-axis.
Where it crosses the y-axis, right? Okay, we should know that. So this is your, what I call start. Dang, not writing very well today, am I? Let's try this again. So this is what we call the start. Okay, this is where we're always going to be starting. Okay, on the y-axis, though, because it's a y-intercept. Okay, all right, what do you think m means?
Slope.
Good, slope. Okay, so we have slope. We should know that, hopefully, m is slope. Okay, all right, so those are kind of the two main things you need to know. Slope and then your starting position. Okay, all right, so now when I look at my first example here, it says y equals negative 3x plus nothing out here. So what do you think your b value out back here is going to be? 0, all right? So if there's nothing there, you can just put a plus 0, okay? So now, with that being said, 0 is our start position. You will always use this guy. You always start here. Number one thing every time, okay, is start right there on the 0, okay? So now, find your y-axis and find where 0 is at on it. Well, it's right there, right? There's 0, okay? Now, a slope of negative 3. First off, let's write it as a fraction. So what would our fraction be? Negative 3 over 1, right? And so this was going to be step 2. Okay, step 2. Do your slope. Okay? So now, negative 3 over 1. Think about rise over run. What's negative 3 mean? If I rise negative 3, what's that mean?
You go up negative 3.
Go up negative 3?
Like,
Does that even make sense?
you go
Up,
down. You go
negative 3.
down. You go
Down. There we go. We're going to go down, right? If it's negative, we're going to go down.
Thinking of rise.
Okay, so we're going to go down 3. You don't need to just draw this. I'm just going to show you. Okay, so we're going down 3. Okay? And then how many over should we go, you think?
1.
Go over 1. There's 3 over 1. So this says if it's positive, you go up. Negative, you go down. Okay? And then over how many ever this says. In this case, it's a 1. So our next point will be right there. Okay? All right, and now we're going to keep it going. I want points all the way across your grid. Okay, so do it again. Down 3 over 1. Put another point there. Okay? All right, now you do have to go in the other direction. Okay, so if I want to keep it on the same line, I went down 3 over 1. What do you think you're going to do to come up onto this side? Yeah, I'll go up 3 over 1. Okay, just keep it on the same line. So basically you're just undoing everything you did. Go backwards. Go backwards. And then up 3 and over 1. Yeah, now that's why you use your ruler. Okay, draw your line. I'm just going to hand draw mine. If you're using your iPad, you can hold the line down and it will straighten it up for you. So you draw the line and then hold, and it should make a nice straight line. Okay? Yep.
Wait, so when you do the next one, do you go from
Yeah, so yes, so now you go from here and go up 3 over 1 more.
Oh.
Okay, so it just keeps building. Alright. Okay, make sure we got arrows on the end. Okay, arrows are a must. Okay, say it's a line, it goes on forever. No arrows means it ends. It's called a line segment.
How do you do it?
I don't know, because mine doesn't do it. So, okay, so you have to draw. Nope. So draw. There you go. Okay? Alright. Alright, so now on B, where do we start out on this one?
4.
Yeah, negative 4, right? Okay, so again, this is always our start position. Okay, so we start on the y-axis at negative 4. Okay, so we're going to go down and find negative 4 on your y-axis. Alright, now what number's in front of that x?
Nothing for 1.
Well, 1, right? Always a 1 in front of anything. Now, how do you make that a fraction? Over 1, yep, so 1 over 1. Okay, is everybody okay with that? Okay, now how do you think you do a slope of 1 over 1? Okay, what's the first thing? Remember, think about rise, put this off to the side here, over run. So
You go
what?
up one, then over one?
Yeah, you go up, right, it's positive. So instead of going down, we're going up 1. And then we're always going to run to the right place, if that helps you out. Always run to the right. You might want to put a note of that in there, okay? So I'm going to go up 1 to the right 1. Up 1 to the right 1. I just keep repeating that process over and over and over. Up 1, right 1. Up 1, right 1. Alright, so now I've got to also get points down on this side. So now instead of going up and to the right, just undo, go down to the left, and get your other 2 points on the same line there. Okay, and then draw your line. Again, arrows on the end. Okay. All right, so let's look at C here. Now C, we have a problem. What's our problem with our equation?
There's a 3 for the y.
There's a 3 in front of the y. How do you think we fix that?
Divided.
Divide.
Good, divide by 3. Okay, so you have to always solve for y. Okay, solve for y. Remember me talking about that eventually I would make you do that every time no matter what? Here we are. Okay, so you have to solve for y. It's a must. Okay, and so Ashley told us we're going to divide everything by 3, and she's right. Okay, yep, okay, you got to divide everything. So y equals 2/3 x minus 2. Okay, so dividing everything by 3.
Oh, now it works out perfect.
Okay, so now Link, where would we start at?
Now it's -2.
Good. On your y-axis, we're starting at -2, right? That's our start position.
Then you go up 3, then.
We'll be careful.
I mean, up 2, then over 3.
Right, and which, when you say over, right or left?
Right.
Good, very good. So up 2, since it's 2/3, right? 2/3, up 2, right 3. Up 2, right 3 again. Okay, and now undo that process and go the other direction. Okay, then draw a line. All right, let's move to D. All right, so what are we going to have to do here on D? What do you got?
Would you subtract 2x?
Good. Okay, anytime you've got x and y on the same side there, you're going to have to move the x over. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract the 2x over to the other side to start with. Okay? And I'll give you a hint here, just off the side. Always move x first, if you can. So move x. And then we'll talk about the second step here in a second.
Would it be 2 like?
So it'll be -4y equals, and then on this side, it's just -2x plus 2. I mean, you can't put together a 2 and a 2x. Can't put those together. I will always put my x in first up front here because I want that to be my slope. Like always keep my slope and my starting position in the same spot. I find it's just easier for you guys if it's always in the same position. It doesn't matter though. If you want to put 2 minus 2x, that is fine. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that. Just keep your start position and your slope separated. Just make sure you know what's what. Okay, so now what would our next step be? Good. And you divide everything. Okay? So I've got y equals a negative by my negative is a positive 1/2. I've got to reduce. Okay, 1/2. And then here I'm going to end up with a negative 1/2. Okay, is everybody okay with that? Okay, so step 1, move x. Step 2, divide. Okay? So step 1, move the x, and then you divide if you can. Those will always be your 2 steps when you're trying to get y by itself. Move x if there's an x, and then divide. All right.